Welcome back. Last time, we embarked on the significant journey of mastering our time, sculpting our days to align with our ultimate success. Today, we'll journey deeper into our emotional core, understanding and balancing the tides within. It's a voyage into understanding how our emotions, when harnessed right, can be a formidable ally in our quest for success. Please be aware that this session contains hypnosis and shouldn't be listened to when driving or operating heavy machinery. Emotions are like the colors of our human experience. Just like the vast spectrum of a rainbow, our emotional range brings depth, nuance, and vibrancy to our lives. From the exuberant joy of life's high moments to the profound sadness during challenges, our emotions are ever present, ever shifting, painting the canvas of our lives with their distinct hues. Yet emotions are not merely about the highs and lows. They are the signals, the cues, and sometimes the drivers of our actions, decisions, and behaviors. Emotional intelligence, a term popularized by Daniel Goleman, refers to our ability to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions, as well as to influence the emotions of others positively. High emotional intelligence is an essential trait, especially when striving for success in various spheres of life. A considerable part of emotional balance is about recognizing when you're leaning too heavily into a specific emotion, be it positive or negative. Just as a painter wouldn't use only one color to create a masterpiece, you must strive for emotional diversity, embracing each feeling as a part of a larger, complex tapestry. Stress, anxiety, exhilaration, melancholy. Each emotion has its value. Stress, often viewed negatively, can serve as a motivator, pushing us to meet deadlines and reach our potential. On the other hand, relaxation and contentment, while pleasant, may sometimes reduce our drive if overindulged. It's about understanding these emotions, not fighting or suppressing them. Emotions are not the enemy, they're messengers, communicators of our inner world. The world we live in today, with its relentless pace and constant change, can sometimes make it challenging to maintain emotional equilibrium. Daily stresses, the pursuit of ambitions, maintaining relationships, or even just the bombardment of information from all directions can tip our emotional scales. So, how do we find this elusive balance? Firstly, self-awareness is paramount. To manage our emotions, we must first recognize and understand them. It involves deep introspection, recognizing patterns in our reactions, and understanding the triggers. A heightened self-awareness enables us to be proactive rather than reactive, allowing us to take charge before our emotions spiral. Secondly, expression is therapeutic. Bottling up our emotions is akin to shaking a soda can. Eventually, the pressure builds up, leading to an explosive release. Whether through conversation, art, writing, or any other medium, expressing our feelings can bring clarity and relief. Lastly, self-care is not just a buzzword, it's a necessity. Engaging in activities that rejuvenate the mind and body, be it meditation, exercise, reading, or even just a leisurely walk, can reset and recharge our emotional batteries. As we move forward today, remember that our emotions, much like the ebb and flow of the tides, are natural and ever-changing. It's not about stifling or amplifying them, but understanding, respecting, and harnessing them. In achieving emotional balance, we're not merely seeking neutrality, but an enriched, enhanced experience of life, where every emotion plays its part, contributing to the symphony of our existence. And now, just get yourself in a comfortable position and begin to relax as we begin the hypnosis part of this session. Have you ever watched the gentle waves on a serene lake as the soft ripples spread outwards? It's almost as if the lake is taking a deep breath, inviting you to join in. Let's take a moment right now to imagine those ripples, each one signifying a thought or an emotion, steadily ebbing away from the core. Imagine yourself sitting at the edge of this peaceful lake. As you focus on its quiet beauty, feel the weight of the day slowly lifting. You might find, perhaps surprisingly or maybe expectedly, that your breath naturally synchronizes with the gentle rhythm of those ripples, breathing in and breathing out. Now, isn't it fascinating how, in the very act of observing, you become part of this tranquil scene? I wonder if you can allow yourself to be entirely immersed in this feeling of serenity, letting the placidity of the lake reflect your inner calm. And while every lake, every person has ripples from time to time, they can always return to a state of balance. Each breath you take might remind you of the nature of emotions, sometimes turbulent, sometimes calm, but always returning to equilibrium. As you inhale deeply, absorbing the freshness of the surroundings, and exhale, releasing any tension or strain. Imagine your emotional waves soothing out. It's a subtle feeling, yet profound, this sensation of aligning with the universe's rhythm. Remember, every story, every experience, each emotion is a drop in this lake of your life. And like all lakes, no matter the disturbances or the storms, there's a depth, a stillness that remains untouched. Dive deep into that tranquility, allowing the world above to blur, focusing on the here and now as you find yourself comfortably settled at the edge of your tranquil lake. I'd like you to imagine a gentle staircase leading down into the clear, refreshing waters. Each step you take will guide you further into a deepened sense of peace and relaxation. And are you curious about what it would feel like to descend this staircase? Perhaps as you imagine placing your foot on the first step, the waters around your ankles feels invigorating, grounding you further. Each successive step draws you deeper into the lake's embrace, and with it, you can experience an enhanced sense of calm. And isn't it interesting how the deeper we venture, the more serene our surroundings become? The world above might seem distant now, its noises and demands muffled. Down here, all you can hear is the quiet beat of your heart, a rhythm that seems to resonate with the very soul of the lake. By the fifth step, you might notice the waters reaching your waist, its coolness wrapping around you like a reassuring hug. You can trust this water, for it's a part of you, an extension of your emotions, thoughts and experiences. With each subsequent step, you're not only exploring the depth of this lake, but the depths of your own consciousness. Maybe on the 9th or 10th step, you find yourself fully submerged, surrounded by an exquisite world of serenity and balance. This aquatic world where every movement feels graceful and every thought becomes lucid mirrors the reservoir of peace within you. And as you continue sinking further, getting closer to the lake bed, you feel an overwhelming sense of tranquility that anchors you, holding you in its gentle embrace. You have reached a place where time stands still, where every concern is distant, where you can be your most authentic self, devoid of any masks or pretense. Relish in this feeling, the sensation of being centered, for it is from this core that you'll draw strength, resilience, and emotional balance. And now, while you're here, fully submerged and surrounded by this tranquility, is the ideal space for us to explore the vast landscape of emotions. And you know, emotions are like the waves of this lake. Some are soft ripples that gently caress the shores, while others can be stormy, disrupting the calm. And yet, much like this lake with its depths and secrets, you too have the capacity to bring balance to these waves. Perhaps there's been a time when an unexpected emotion washed over you, catching you off guard. Can you recall a moment when a sudden rush of joy, sorrow, anger, or surprise swept through you? It's quite intriguing how emotions have this profound ability to shift our reality, even if just for a moment. And while these feelings are a natural part of our existence, it's crucial to understand that they don't have to control us. Now let your mind wander to a time when you felt particularly overwhelmed. Maybe it was a stressful event or a challenging situation. Can you see it? Notice how in that memory it feels as if the waves of the lake are chaotic, clashing against each other, creating turmoil. It's a natural reaction to external circumstances, but you see, within you lies a unique skill, an innate ability to calm these waters. Have you ever witnessed how after a storm the clouds part and the sun shines down, revealing a mirrored lake, so calm and peaceful? And while you might have felt tossed about, it's essential to recognize your resilience, your emotional intelligence, and your innate ability to restore balance. Imagine holding a glass sphere, transparent and delicate. Within this sphere, you can see a world of swirling emotions, each color representing a different feeling. The reds perhaps for passion or anger, blues for sorrow or peace, yellows for joy or anxiety. Now as you observe this sphere, you have the power to calm the swirls, to bring clarity and serenity. Notice how with a mere thought, a simple intention, the colors become harmonious, flowing with a grace and beauty. This is the power you hold over your emotional state. And now take this sphere and place it in the center of your being, allowing it to integrate, becoming a part of you. And from now on, anytime you face an overwhelming emotion, remember this sphere and how effortlessly you brought peace to it. Apply the same to your emotions. Recognize them, understand them, but don't let them overpower you. Moreover, emotions, while fleeting, carry valuable messages. They're signposts, guiding us, informing our decisions. Yet the trick lies in not becoming entangled in them, but rather understanding their purpose. When you feel a surge of any emotion, take a moment to breathe, to connect with your inner self, and to ask, what is this emotion trying to tell me? It's a beautiful dance, really, the dance of understanding and balancing emotions. And just as a dancer learns how to move with grace, fluidity, and poise, so can you learn to navigate the dance floor of your emotional landscape, bringing elegance and balance to every step. And you know, there's a popular notion that our minds are like gardens. And much like any garden, it requires care, attention, and the right environment to thrive. Our emotions are the seeds, each carrying a potential to blossom into something beautiful or wither away if not given the right care. And now, as you're here, deeply rooted in this space of introspection, imagine this garden of your mind. Notice how each emotion has its place, some basking in sunlight, some resting in the shade. Is a vibrant scene filled with colors, sounds, and fragrances. And yet there's a special section in this garden reserved for the more challenging emotions, stress, anxiety, and fear. These are not intruders, they too have their place. In fact, when nurtured correctly, they transform. Stress becomes a drive, anxiety turns into caution, and fear transforms into courage. And you have the power to reframe these emotions, to give them a new purpose. Feel the soft ground beneath your feet as you walk over this section of your inner garden. Notice the potential in these seeds, waiting to be nurtured, waiting to transform. Take a moment to communicate with them. Understand that they have a message, a purpose. They aren't your enemies, they're merely messengers, and with your care, they can be allies. Lay your hands on the ground beneath you, feeling the energy, the potential. With every breath, pour warmth, understanding, and love into these seeds. Watch as they begin to sprout, pushing through the soil, reaching for the light. Witness their transformation as they bloom into flowers of resilience, strength, and wisdom. This process, this transformation is continuous. It reminds us that emotions, no matter how challenging, carry a seed of growth, of learning. You hold the power to understand, interpret, and transform these emotions. And the more you practice this, the more adept you become in cultivating a garden that's not only vibrant, but resilient too. There's a soft whisper in the wind a gentle reminder that emotions are transient. They come and go, much like the seasons. And while they influence our experience, they don't define us. You are not your emotions. You are the observer, the gardener, the nurturer. Take a deep breath, letting this realization sink in. You are in control, and with every challenge, you grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Your emotional balance isn't just about suppressing or ignoring emotions. It's about understanding, embracing, and directing them towards your growth. Remember this garden, remember the transformed section, and remember your power. Every time you face an emotional challenge, come back to this space and use it as a tool for transformation and growth. And as we stand here, amidst the blossoms of your inner garden, there's a feeling of renewal and clarity. It's as if the early morning sun gently touches every leaf, every petal, awakening them to a new dawn. Similarly, I want you to feel this gentle awakening within you now. You've done such profound work today, and the seeds you've nurtured will continue to grow and flourish. But for now, it's time to gently reorient back to the conscious world. Starting with the tips of your toes, sense a gentle awakening, a soft shimmer of energy. This sensation moves up to your feet, your ankles, making them feel light and relaxed. Like the morning dew on grass, there's a freshness and lightness as this sensation moves up your legs, through your knees, and into your thighs. Your core feels warm, rejuvenated, like a sunflower turning to the sun. Your upper body, chest and arms feel invigorated, absorbing this gentle energy. Your fingers twitch with life, and there's a subtle smile playing on your lips, reflecting the joy and calmness you feel inside. Your neck feels relaxed, and this gentle wakefulness moves up to your face, making your facial muscles relax and your eyes feel refreshed. The crown of your head feels light, as if a gentle morning breeze is playing with your hair. And now, on the count of 3, you'll feel fully awake, alert and refreshed, carrying with you the wisdom and insights from this session. 1. Feeling more aware, more present. 2. Your senses becoming sharper, your body feeling light and rejuvenated. And 3. Eyes open, fully awake and refreshed, ready to carry forth the emotional balance and resilience you've cultivated today. And from this moment forward, whenever you encounter challenges or moments of doubt, you'll be gently reminded of this peaceful garden within you. The balance and resilience you've cultivated today will automatically rise to the surface, guiding you with wisdom and calm assurance. The inner sanctuary is always accessible to you, ensuring you move forward with grace and emotional balance. And now, on to today's homework. Throughout this journey, we've been nurturing seeds of growth, understanding, and emotional harmony. The real beauty of these learnings comes when you take them into your daily life, planting them in the vast landscapes of your interactions, decisions, and reflections. This week, we focus on maintaining emotional balance, an essential foundation for genuine happiness and success. For the next 7 days, set aside a few moments in the evening to reflect upon and document your emotional experiences. For each day, draw a horizontal line across a page in your journal. Mark the start of your day on the left and the end of your day on the right. Reflect back on your day and make a dot above the line for positive emotions and a dot below the line for challenging emotions, corresponding to different times of the day. Connect these dots to create an emotional graph of your day. Next to each significant peak or dip on your graph, write down the emotion you felt at that time. Was it joy, excitement, anxiety, or sadness? Try to be as specific as possible. Next, for each emotion, note down what triggered it. Was it a conversation, an event, a particular task, or maybe even a memory? Now write down how you responded to each of these emotions. Did you take a few deep breaths? Maybe you went for a walk or called a friend. Reflect on whether your response was helpful or if there might be a healthier way to cope in the future. End your journal entry by writing down 3 things you were grateful for today. This simple act of gratitude can shift your perspective and anchor you in positivity. And every morning before you start your day, take just 2 minutes to close your eyes and revisit the garden we cultivated today. Imagine the peace, the balance, and the resilience it holds. As you breathe deeply, let this visualization fill you with emotional equilibrium for the day ahead. Remember, this exercise isn't about judging yourself or striving for a perfect emotional graph. It's about awareness, understanding, and cultivating healthier emotional responses. It's also a wonderful tool to observe patterns, helping you create an environment that supports your emotional well-being. And as always, it's essential to approach this exercise with patience, compassion, and kindness towards yourself. Emotions are a natural part of the human experience, and by engaging with them mindfully, you pave the way for deeper self-understanding and growth. Another day draws to a close in our transformative journey. Next time, we'll delve into the intricate realm of decision-making, exploring how choices, both big and small, shape our paths to success. And as you rest in the week ahead, take comfort in the fact that with every day, you're building an even stronger foundation for your ultimate success. Remember to nurture the garden of emotional balance we've cultivated today, letting its tranquility guide your steps. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.